Hello, candle lovers. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Greg, and this is All Aboot Candles. I'm your self-proclaimed Canadian candle connoisseur. Today I have a review for you from a company called Illume, and this is their Blackberry Absinthe candle. Now, I've been purchasing Illume candles kind of sporadically for the last several years. They have some really good ones. I'm loving the coconut milk mango. I've actually repurchased their coconut milk mango candle. And right now I also just started burning one called Winter White, and I'm really enjoying that. These candles are all 11.8 ounces, and they're single wicks, and they're sort of in a tin with a little peekaboo design to them, which I think is really pretty. The only thing that I don't like about sort of tin vessels for candles is that the light doesn't really shine through them very much, but it was really pretty. It still looked quite nice when it was burning. And even though it's a single wick, these candles do have quite a wide diameter on them, so you do get some decent strength and throw once in a while. I've got a lot to say about the performance of this candle, but we're gonna start off with fragrance notes. On their website, I got these. It says, grounded in sultry liquid amber, with a heart of petal soft jasmine and kissed with a vapor of red berries. Thoughtfully designed from wax to wick, put our candles anywhere and everywhere in the home or office. Blah, 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 blah. Fill weight 11.8 ounces. Burn time 50 hours. One wick, vegan, cruelty-free, plant-based wax. So breaking down those scent notes: liquid amber, soft petal jasmine, vapor of red berries, and I didn't end up liking this fragrance as much as I was hoping. It sits in a much higher register than I like for a berry fragrance. I like berry fragrances that are sort of deeper and darker. And I thought that with an amber scent note in there, maybe that would give it a little bit more depth and balance, but I didn't think it really did. It's a nice enough fragrance, but it came across as a little bit sharp, a little bit malty, a little bit higher pitched. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. And I also didn't love the experience of burning this one either, especially the first couple of burns. I mean, it took a real time commitment to be able to get this single wick to sort of pool out. Moving on to performance, as you can see with vegan plant-based wax, we've got a lot of sort of wax residue left around the candle. The first time I burned it, and I kind of, I give myself a lot of time when I'm starting off a single wick, and I put this in a hurricane too. And a hurricane usually helps a candle pool out faster. My first burn on this in a hurricane, I think it took about 5 hours to pool out. And there was no fragrance really coming off of it at all unless I was standing over it. I would say that the second burn on it was probably about the same. I only trimmed the wick a little bit, really just cut the top of the wick off. The second burn was the same. It was at least 4 hours to pool out, maybe more. Maybe it was another 5 hours. And then after that, the subsequent burns, it did start pooling out a little bit faster. And by faster, I mean 1.5 to 2 hours. Keep in mind, this is in a hurricane. I had this in my sort of small bathroom quite a bit when I had company over. And I would say that in there, when it was fully pooled out, it was maybe giving me a 5 or a 5.5 for strength and throw. And it's a nice perfumey berry fragrance, but it really wasn't hitting the spot that I wanted it to hit. Maybe that has a lot to do with my expectations. Smelling it on cold, I was really hoping that when it was burning, it would be a deeper and jammier fragrance. It just wasn't that. It was kind of an effervescent, vaporish, sort of sharp berry fragrance. And that is just not one of my favorites. And so, yeah, this candle's a total one and done for me. It's not like I'm never gonna buy from Illume again. I've had other candles in this exact same format from Illume that have performed much, much better than this and smelled much, much better than this. Illume does lots of different formats with their candles, and I pretty much have stuck to these 11-ounce single wick tins because in the past I've had pretty good luck with them, and with this one, this just wasn't the case. But whatever, what can you do? It wasn't terrible by any means. Like in the guest bathroom when I have company over, it's perfectly adequate. In fact, one of my girlfriends said that she really liked it in there. She smelled it and she thought it was great. So personal preference is obviously like playing into this a fair bit, but yeah, not a repurchase for me and just not something that I can recommend either. I'm sure you guys are all busy. You don't have 5 hours to wait for a candle to pool out. You probably have lives, unlike me. Anyways, that's all I've got for you folks today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you could hit me up with a like, comment, subscription, that would really mean the world to me. And until next time, my dear, gorgeous, and beautiful candle-loving friends, let's burn some candles and bitch about it. Thanks, you guys. Bye now.